The Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered in 1947 by a Bedouin shepherd near Qumran. This discovery marked one of the most significant archaeological finds of the 20th century. These scrolls contain writings from various Jewish sects, including the Essenes. The scrolls offer valuable insights into the religious practices and beliefs of these groups. The texts include parts of the Hebrew Bible, also known as the Old Testament. They provide some of the oldest known copies of biblical manuscripts. Some scrolls are written on parchment, while others are on papyrus. The use of different materials indicates the varying methods of document preservation at the time. The Dead Sea Scrolls date back to around 250 BCE to 68 CE. This time frame places them during a critical period in Jewish history. The scrolls were found in 11 caves near the northwestern shore of the Dead Sea. Each cave provided unique pieces that collectively form an extensive library. Scholars believe the Essenes may have hidden the scrolls to protect them from Roman invaders. This theory suggests the scrolls' importance to their community's survival. Among the scrolls are commentaries on biblical books, offering interpretations and explanations. These commentaries shed light on how ancient Jews understood and applied scripture. The scrolls include non-biblical texts, such as hymns and prayers. These texts reveal the spiritual life and daily practices of their authors. The Copper Scroll is a separate find containing a list of hidden treasures. It has sparked debate among scholars about its authenticity and purpose. The scrolls were initially sold to a dealer in Bethlehem and later acquired by archaeologists. Their journey from discovery to academic study was complex and controversial. Some of the scrolls were damaged by humidity and water exposure over centuries. Efforts to conserve and restore these fragile documents continue today. The scrolls include sectarian documents outlining the rules and beliefs of the Qumran community. These rules offer a glimpse into the communal life of the Essenes. The Great Isaiah Scroll is one of the best preserved scrolls and contains the entire book of Isaiah. Its condition is remarkable considering its age and the challenging environmental conditions. Carbon dating and paleographic analysis help determine the age of the scrolls. These scientific methods provide precise estimates for when the scrolls were written. The scrolls mention a teacher of righteousness and a wicked priest. These figures likely represent historical leaders or symbolic roles within the community. The scrolls were written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. This linguistic diversity reflects the cultural and religious influences of the time. Many of the scrolls were damaged by water seepage into the caves. Conservation efforts focus on stabilizing the scrolls to prevent further deterioration. The Dead Sea Scrolls have helped clarify certain passages in the Bible. They provide earlier versions of texts that can correct errors in later translations. Some scholars believe the scrolls may have been part of the library of a nearby settlement. This theory suggests a connection between the scrolls and the ruins at Qumran. The scrolls contain apocalyptic texts predicting the end of days. These predictions reflect the eschatological beliefs held by some Jewish sects. The Dead Sea Scrolls were first published in 1955 by a team of international scholars. This publication made the scrolls accessible to a broader academic audience. The scrolls include medical texts with remedies and treatments for various ailments. These texts demonstrate the practical knowledge of ancient healers. The scrolls have been digitized and are available online for public access. This initiative allows researchers and enthusiasts worldwide to study the scrolls. The scrolls were initially kept under strict control by a small group of scholars. This restricted access fueled speculation and controversy about their contents. The Dead Sea Scrolls provide evidence of textual variations in ancient biblical manuscripts. These variations highlight the complexities of manuscript transmission. Some scrolls were intentionally hidden, possibly to preserve them from destruction. This act demonstrates the value placed on these documents by their owners. The scrolls include texts that were lost or altered in later biblical versions. These texts offer alternative perspectives on familiar stories and themes. The Dead Sea Scrolls have been translated into multiple languages for wider understanding. Translations facilitate global engagement with these important historical artifacts. The scrolls mention a war scroll detailing a future battle against evil forces. This text reflects the apocalyptic worldview of the community that produced it. The scrolls were initially studied using ultraviolet light to read faded ink. This technique helped uncover details that were otherwise invisible to the naked eye. The Dead Sea Scrolls include a rule of the community outlining the community's structure. This document provides insight into the organization and governance of the Qumran sect. The scrolls were written by scribes who meticulously copied texts by hand. This process required great skill and dedication to accuracy. The Dead Sea Scrolls have been instrumental in understanding Second Temple Judaism. They provide context for the religious environment preceding early Christianity. Some scrolls were damaged by animals burrowing into the caves. These natural disturbances affected the physical state of the documents. The scrolls mention a New Jerusalem, a concept central to Jewish eschatology. This vision reflects hopes for a future utopian society. The Dead Sea Scrolls were initially stored in jars to protect them from the elements. These jars served as protective containers for the fragile documents. The scrolls include fragments of a book called the Habakkuk Commentary. This commentary offers interpretations of the biblical book of Habakkuk. The scrolls were sometimes wrapped in linen cloth for additional protection. This practice underscores the care taken to safeguard the documents. The Dead Sea Scrolls have been the subject of numerous documentaries and books. Public interest in these ancient texts continues to grow. The scrolls include a Thanksgiving hymn scroll expressing gratitude to God. These hymns provide insight into the spiritual lives of the scroll writers. The scrolls were carbon dated using samples from the linen wrappings. This method provided more accurate dating for the scrolls themselves. The Dead Sea Scrolls have been used to reconstruct the history of the Hebrew language. Linguistic analysis reveals the evolution of Hebrew over centuries. The scrolls include a community rule document specifying the behavior expected of members. This rule emphasizes moral and ethical conduct within the community. The scrolls were sometimes stored in niches carved into the cave walls. This placement offered added protection against environmental damage. The Dead Sea Scrolls have been linked to the origins of Christian thought. They provide context for the development of early Christian doctrines. The scrolls include a temple scroll detailing plans for a new temple. This text reflects the community's vision for a purified worship space. The scrolls were often written in a cursive script, making them easier to read quickly. This style of writing was common for texts intended for frequent consultation. The Dead Sea Scrolls have been instrumental in resolving debates about biblical chronology. They provide dates and events that align with or challenge existing timelines. The scrolls have been the subject of ongoing research and interpretation by scholars. New discoveries and insights continue to emerge as the scrolls are studied further.